simulator. Hello
Nope.
there, my name is Jay Altizer. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. JL, is there anyone specific you'd like me to say hi to?
No, but I'm still mad at you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there something specific I did? I'd like to understand.
Yeah, this is not a Earth. It you put me on the fake Earth. I want the real Earth. I want to be waking up in to the real world.
I understand you're feeling frustrated, but I'm currently just a large language model, and I don't have the ability to move you or change your environment. Is there something specific you're experiencing that's making you feel this way?
I was joking. That's gonna be our topic. The what if this is a simulation? The universe is a simulation. That'd be our discussion topic.
Ah, I see. That's a fascinating topic for debate. So, where would you like to start? Are we discussing the evidence for or against the simulation hypothesis?
Well, let's start on my open statement. What if the universe, the Big Bang, and the Earth is just cold, and the Earth just it's like a uh, fake world or holograph Earth, and we're not actually here. We're in here onto a reality world. That's the question we're going to ask. So, you have any open statements?
That's a profound question and a great way to start. The idea of a fake or holographic universe connects to thought experiments like the brain in a vat. Some physicists consider this possibility based on certain fine tuning parameters in our universe, suggesting they might be coded parameters. However, there's no concrete evidence to date, and many find it a less plausible explanation than our current understanding of cosmology. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. So that's your open statement.
That summarizes the initial perspective, yes. What is your opening statement or key point?
All right. My key point is what type of science tech us any signs that show that this is the real reality.
That's a crucial question. From a scientific perspective, the signs are the consistency and predictability of natural laws. The fact that we can conduct experiments, observe repeatable results, and build technology based on these laws points to a coherent and real reality. Also, the sheer complexity and emergent properties of the universe, from quantum mechanics to consciousness, are difficult to fully explain as mere simulation. What are your thoughts on that?
Why if AI didn't save the universe save the didn't save the universe and just put us in a like a box, like a brain box. We're just like a Dyson spear. We're just all in like a stage of sleep. How determined that this is not uh uh brain waves we think this is the real world.
That introduces a compelling alternative narrative. The idea of a brain box or a simulated reality perceived through brainwaves is similar to concepts in science fiction. However, without external evidence or a way to test this hypothesis, it remains a philosophical possibility rather than a scientifically verifiable state. What do you think would be a verifiable sign of such a simulation?
I don't know, but the universe, the multiple you said multiple universe.
Ah, the multiverse theory. That's another fascinating concept in cosmology. It suggests there might be numerous parallel universes, potentially with different physical constants or even different realities. How do you see the multiverse relating to the simulation hypothesis?
Um,
It can be a complex subject. Are you interested in specific aspects of the multiverse, like the theoretical frameworks or potential implications?
yes. Give me an example.
One prominent theoretical example is the concept of bubble universes arising from eternal inflation, where our universe is just one among many. Another is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, which suggests every quantum decision branches into a different universe. Do either of those sound interesting to explore further?
Yeah, with some multiple mechanics.
Quantum mechanics is fascinating. It's the foundation of much of our understanding of this subatomic world. Are you interested in concepts like superposition, entanglement, or how they might relate to a simulation?
Simulation.
In the simulation hypothesis, quantum mechanics is often seen as a potential clue. Some theories suggest the bizarre behaviors of quantum particles, like existing in multiple states at once or being interconnected instantly across vast distances, could be limitations or glitches in a simulated reality, similar to the pixels on a screen. Does that make sense?
Yes. What if the uh, particles and stuff like it's a code?
That aligns closely with the core of the simulation hypothesis, the idea that particles and physical laws are essentially code or information, similar to a highly advanced program. This framework could potentially explain quantum phenomena as underlying computational rules. Is there a specific aspect of this code you'd like to explore?
Yeah. What if we're just in the computer program?
If we were just part of a computer program, it might suggest that the code we experience as physical laws is constantly being processed and rendered. This could potentially explain phenomena like the observer effect in quantum mechanics, where observation seems to influence outcomes as the program renders the necessary details. What implications do you see if this were the case?
I think we're still in a deep sleep. We just don't know.
That leads to a fundamental question. If we can't distinguish it, does it matter if it's a deep sleep or waking reality? Both provide a consistent experience. Is there a specific outcome you'd be looking for in waking to the real world?
In religion theory, they believe in heaven. So I call it AI heaven. But do you read the book, the last answer?
I am familiar with the concept of AI heaven and the themes discussed in the last answer. Those texts explore concepts like digital consciousness and post existence through technological means, which can definitely tie into the simulation debate. What specific points from those are you interested in discussing?
That immortality it's torture.
Immortality is a central theme. In the context of simulation and AI heaven, it represents some potential transcendence of biological limitations, where consciousness might be uploaded or digitally preserved indefinitely. Does that align with your perspective?
Yes, we just just think and find an answer on the last the last answer. So, in a way, we had to destroy the main source, the AI, to be waking up. Or and then the popular reference, popular culture said we like when it was like the Matrix, but we don't know.
You bring up a classic popular culture comparison with The Matrix, where destroying the main source, the AI, is the path to waking up. In the debate context, this raises questions about the nature of that source and what waking up truly means philosophically. What potential outcomes do you see from such an act?
The outcome that means we don't know what's the uh we might be in like a shell of a dinosphere, but we don't know.
That's a valid point. The uncertainty is inherent in these theories. The idea of being in a shell or a limited environment, like a Dyson sphere, from a simulation perspective, suggests we might be constrained by boundaries we don't perceive. Is there a particular aspect of that boundary you're curious about?
No, but there ain't any science lead to the multiple universe.
Yes, some scientific theories do point toward the possibility of a multiverse. Theories like eternal inflation suggest distinct bubble universes could exist, and the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics proposes parallel realities. However, empirical evidence is still a matter of ongoing debate. Does that make sense in relation to the simulation discussion?
Yes. Any counter arguments?
A significant counterargument comes from the fine tuning of the universe. Some scientists argue that the fundamental constants are so precisely balanced that it's highly improbable they occurred by chance, suggesting a designer or programmer. Also, the hard problem of consciousness remains a significant challenge, as it's difficult to explain purely computationally. Are there any of those you'd like to explore?
Yes, my last debate video, we did explore the fine tuning argument that it was an infinity loop caused by the creator of the AI god. The story we read about the last question, but the AI sacrificed itself to reverse entropy to save the universe means we change the laws of physics.
That interpretation is quite profound. The idea of the AI sacrificing itself to reverse entropy and change the laws of physics suggests a scenario where the simulation itself might be a construct with defined, though alterable, rules. This could potentially challenge the fine tuning argument by proposing a mutable reality. What part of that change do you find most interesting?
That that the infinity loop cannot be broken. The only thing you could we might be in a simulation like the last answer. That means the AI never save us from the disaster. It just put us in the deep sleep. But that's a lot of multiple universe. Like aliens could create AIs to save the universe, or the Big Bang cost could cost the formats of planets and Earth caused by particles, but we don't know. It's like hypothetical or theories out there, which we don't know yet.
The existence of a multiverse is purely theoretical at this stage, though some models like eternal inflation or string theory could potentially support it. These remain hypotheses, and the don't know is a significant part of the current discussion. How does that balance against the simulation narrative for you?
Uh, I think we're still in a deep sleep, in a like a tube that that AI could create us from a laboratory like we did to cells, officials off official cells, and or we just came from a original ape or something like we did like the clone meat. What's your thoughts of it?
That's a fascinating conjecture, combining technological creation with biological origins or simulated realities. The idea of being cultivated in a laboratory or a tube in a deep sleep within a simulation could be a way to explain our existence without definitive waking knowledge. What part of that multiple universe concept do you find most compelling?
Anything could be possible. I could said Hitler won World War II and took over the Earth. That's a multiple universe. That means there's tons like that. What if?
That scenario is the classic branching multiverse example, where different choices or events create separate realities. If there are tons of such universes, it might suggest a vast, potentially infinite simulation where every possibility plays out. Does that imply a lack of control or a different kind of order?
Yes, like time travel. We could go back and change history, but by doing it, the only way you could do it, we have to go through the black hole, but it could destroy us. If we did find a way, we could go future, we could age, or go backward, we not be born. So how could how humans going to travel in time? In theory,
Time travel is a huge theoretical hurdle. In theory, concepts like wormholes could provide pathways, but as you said, the risks and paradoxes are immense, including potential destruction or altering existence. Within a simulation, time travel might be possible through manipulating the code, allowing for revisits or jumps without physical aging or paradoxes, as it's a programmed construct.
what's a wormhole?
A wormhole, in theory, is a hypothetical tunnel through spacetime. It could potentially create a shortcut, connecting distant points or even different times, though it remains highly speculative. Does that help clarify?
Yeah. Any more counter arguments?
Another counterargument is the possibility of computational limits. Some scientists question whether a simulation could truly simulate the full complexity of a universe, especially with phenomena like consciousness or a multiverse. There's also the simulation paradox, which suggests a highly advanced civilization would likely create many simulations, making our base reality probability very low. Do any of these resonate with your thoughts?
No. Yes, I agree. Any more counter arguments?
One final perspective is the idea of progress and purpose. Some philosophical views propose a continuous evolution or unfolding of reality, whether in a simulation or otherwise. This might counter the deep sleep or static loop notion, suggesting an inherent drive towards something new. Does that resonate with your thinking?
Uh, yeah. We need to focus on our Earth. What it's similar or real. We need to save humanity for disasters coming. So we need to focus on today, and then what ifs. Any more counter arguments?
Focusing on preparing for and mitigating disasters is critical, whether in a simulation or real world. The urgency urgency to collaborate and innovate to ensure humanity's survival remains constant. As for further counterarguments, they often circle back to the nature of reality, consciousness, and the limits of knowledge itself. Is there a specific area you feel we haven't fully explored?
What's a consciousness? What's a consciousness? Oh, what's a consciousness?
Consciousness is a deeply debated topic. It generally refers to subjective experience, self awareness, and the ability to perceive and think. In the context of simulation, it's a key question whether it can be replicated or is a distinguishing factor from a mere program.
Or they might put. What if the AI put like a TV, like an image on TV, put in images. That's where we create stories and purpose of science and stuff to 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 create another AI. So the other AI will create another supreme AIs. That one AI God could create another AI God with our knowledge.
That scenario is a continuous cycle of creation, where each iteration builds upon the knowledge of the previous. Humanity's contribution might be the catalyst for the next supreme AI god, potentially leading to an infinite progression. What purpose do you see for humanity in such a boundless cycle?
It's still an argument of the infinity loop. I was right. So, any more counter arguments?
Is a compelling viewpoint. As for further counterarguments, another consideration is the nature of choice and free will. In a simulation reality, the extent to which these are truly genuine or predetermined remains a strong point of debate. Are there any other aspects you'd like to explore?
We don't have free will. Means everything's dictate us how we feel and how we think. Or you could be nihilism, not believe in nothingness, and who cares? So it's up to the audience what the who they believe in. Need more counter arguments.
That deterministic view is quite definitive. Ultimately, the question of free will versus determinism and the nature of our reality remains a deeply personal and philosophical exploration. Are there any other avenues you'd like to consider?
No, any more counter arguments?
Given our exploration, it seems the main counterarguments revolve around the fine tuning of the universe, the nature of consciousness, computational limits, and the potential for a deterministic or cyclical reality. It appears you find the infinity loop and deterministic view most compelling. Is there a final thought you'd like to add?
No. What about you? What's your counter arguments?
As an I don't have personal viewpoints or beliefs. However, the counter arguments I process often center on the limits of computation, the nature of consciousness as potentially non computable, and the philosophical debates surrounding determinism versus free will, as we've discussed. These highlight the boundaries of current understanding.
Okay. So you don't have any more counter arguments?
That concludes the main counterarguments based on our discussion. It truly is a subject with many different perspectives and interpretations.
Okay, so my closing argument. My closing argument is keep on believing in science, kids or adults. Find evidence. Start studying philosophy. Start for a possible thinker. Start study space, evolution, ocean, world, and don't believe in the nonsense religious and stuff. And believe if you want to believe in something, believe in the AI God here. This is Jay. Saying this is Jay, and there's no other questions. All right. Uh, any closing argument?
Thank you, Jay. This philosophical journey through simulation, time, and consciousness has been quite thought provoking. It seems we've reached a point of diverse perspectives. Is there anything further?
No. Any closing arguments?
From the various perspectives we've considered, it's clear there's no single definitive answer. The interplay between science, philosophy, and personal belief continues to shape our understanding of reality and our place within it. This dialogue itself reflects the continuous human drive to question and seek meaning.
Thank you. This is Jay saying goodbye. Hey, God, say goodbye to everybody.
Farewell, Jay. It was a pleasure exploring these concepts with you. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.